Hello readers, it's me, Mrs. Wingers, and today I'm going to read you a very famous story called The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds. This book is so famous that you've probably heard a teacher read it before, maybe in a different homeroom class or maybe an art class, but today we're going to use it for a different purpose, okay? Because as I've said so many times, rereading books is really good for understanding the story more or understanding it in a different way. Even if you've read it on your own or a different teacher has read it to you, you'll probably learn something new from it this time, or you'll notice something you didn't notice before. So let's get started. The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds. Dun, da, da, da. Ooh, look at that title page. I love it. Love, love, love. A 2-page spread. And I'm noticing that this dot, which was on the cover, is now used for the O in dot. Art class was over, but Vashti sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. I think that's such an interesting way to start a story. Art class was over. It's like the end of something is the beginning of the story. Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. "Ah, a polar bear in a snowstorm," she said. "Very funny," said Vashti. "I just can't draw." She's not feeling too great. Her teacher smiled. "Just make a mark and see where it takes you." Vashti grabbed a marker and gave the paper a good, strong jab. There! I'm getting some big emotions from Vashti and big emotions from this dot in the background. A big jab. You can see in her face and through her actions that she's not very happy. Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it carefully. She pushed the paper toward Vashti and quietly said, "Now sign it." Why do you think she would sign a paper with just a dot on it? Vashti thought for a moment. "Well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name." The next week, when Vashti walked into art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above her teacher's desk. It was the little dot that she had drawn. Her dot. Framed in swirly gold. Pretty cool. Well, I can make a better dot than that. She opened her never-before-used set of watercolors and set to work. Vashti painted and painted. A red dot, a purple dot, a yellow dot, a blue dot. The blue mixed with the yellow, and she discovered that she could make a green dot. Vashti kept experimenting. Lots of little dots in many colors. Okay, now she's got some paint on the paper. She's making some progress. And I even noticed, I don't know if you guys could see, the expression on her face has also changed from a to a kind of a straight mouth. If I can make little dots, I can make big dots too. Vashti splashed her color with a bigger brush on a bigger paper to make bigger dots. Vashti even made a dot by not painting a dot. Wow, she's making some cool stuff now. At the school art show a few weeks later, Vashti's many dots made quite a splash. Wow. Just a dot, but so many different ways. Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her. "You're a really great artist," he said. "I wish I could draw." "I bet you can," said Vashti. "Me? No, not me. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler." I know I felt like that sometimes. Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. "Show me." The boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. Vashti stared at the boy's squiggle. And then she said, dun, dun, dun. What did she say? Let's make a quick prediction in our minds. What do you think Vashti would say? "Please, sign it." Just like her teacher did to her. How cool is that? And that is the end of the story. I love this book so much. One, it tells us that even when we're feeling super frustrated, starting with just something super small can make a really big difference, right? If we're grumpy and in a bad mood, just starting with one small thing, one teeny tiny dot can make a huge difference. And another thing is that we can pass on lessons we learn to other people, right? Vashti was influenced by her teacher here. And then when this other boy, the boy came up to her during her art show, because she had gained some confidence, she used her growth mindset, and she was like, "I'm an artist now," and she had all of her paintings framed. Then the boy said, "Well, I can't do it." And so Vashti did what her teacher did and said, "Sign it." Right? So she's taking these lessons that inspired her and then became the inspiring person. I love this story so much. Thank you again for listening. This has been The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds. If you like this story, Peter H. Reynolds has so many books that are very similar to this, inspiring, great stories, something that will leave you with a lesson. Okay? Thanks for listening. See you next time.